Joe Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. I am so excited because as soon as I opened the box from BigBadToyStore.com that had the retro Joe figures in it, I knew, despite what I may have said in the past, that this is what I wanted from G.I. Joe Classified. Now, I want more than this. I also want to see updates. I also want to see interesting new versions and new characters. But deep in my soul, I need this also to really be happy with Classified. And now it's here. I'm starting off with Scarlett, the first of the retro figures, only because I believe out of the three that I got, this is the one that is the most needed in the line, because we just don't have a Scarlett that I feel properly represents Scarlett. The card back on the new retro figures is fantastic. This is Marvel Legends quality card back. It's beautiful. And as soon as I saw these, I really thought I might have to start an MOC collection because it just looks so good. That art looks good. I do wish the bubble had a little lower profile, like the accessories were in the back, but I also understand you've got to display the accessories. We're in a day and age where that's critical, if you've got Windows at all, but you want to show off all those accessories, so I get why it looks like this, and they're all going to look like this, so it's not like, I'll go ahead and show you now, if you didn't see in the Metalhead review. They all have this long, narrow blister, so this is what the line looks like. It's missing the white border, but they're all missing the white border. Like, this is the line, this is what it looks like. So, look at this, and look at that thickness of that cardstock. And of course, this is the folded over, it's a single piece of cardstock, folded over just like they do with the Marvel Legends, only as you can see, this one folds this way rather than this way like the Marvel Legends do. We've got a little issue. This is something that if you're going to get these graded or anything that you're going to have to keep an eye out for. This one is misaligned. You can see it did not line up correctly with where they folded them together. Now, it's perfect that I got this one since I'm going to open it. So it doesn't matter to me, but if you are a Menton card collector, you're going to want to keep an eye out for that, because that will, if you were potentially going to get these graded, that would affect the grade of this figure. You can see that white. I guess technically this one does have a white border, just not in the way that people want. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. Now that I've thoroughly discussed the packaging, the beautiful, wonderful packaging. That is what the retro... Imagine if, the first retros had this packaging. That would have been really nice. So unlike the Marvel Legends, these don't just peel apart super easily. You can see where the edge of the blister is there. There we go. I'm making this harder than it really is because I thought it was just going to pry apart. If you've watched me open any of the retro Marvel Legends on the channel, then you know that those just kind of peel right apart. This one didn't quite do that. You've got the stand, which I'll talk more about in a minute. Oh, and you know what? I overlooked the file card, but it's because I don't care about the file card. And once again, to be clear, with my feelings about the file card, I'm not mad that there are foreign languages on here. That does not bother me. It's the fact that there are 5 different languages on here. It's ugly. Pick a language. I don't care if it's Spanish, French, or whatever, but just have one language on the file card, because this does not look good. But I also understand that if they're going to do a file card at all, this is how they have to do it for business needs. So, and look, I'm not keeping it anyway. All right, let's pop everything out of here. I got that laser rifle, yeah. Little ponytail. And again, no plastic tabs holding anything in place. It's all friction. I'm going to be very careful with the quarrels. So many ponytails. Little tiny knife. Miss O'Hara. And the quarrels that I am going to... Oh, nope. I'm going to grab from the top and pull out. And these are a nice rigid plastic. Now that does not guarantee that they're not bent a little bit, but they are not rubbery. They are, again, a nice rigid plastic. That is very good. All right. Ah, this is fantastic. All right, let's scoot everything out of the way and take a look at the Scarlett figure. This is what, oh man, look at this. No heels. No heels, just practical boots. And, I mean, your standard rubbery, thigh pieces, that's fine. This might be a little much. I might take that off. I don't know, but it's really cool. I wonder if I can sort of move it around to the side, maybe. Oh, she's got... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, hang on. Let's go... Man, that portrait's really nice. Let's do our zoom in. Great portrait, and she's still got the freckles of the original Scarlett figure, but they're placed really more naturally. They look more real. Just a better portrait overall, I think. So this belt, if you see, there's a peg hole right here, and this belt pegs into that to stay in place, which I really appreciate, or I would if the quiver didn't seem so obtrusive right there. But I don't know, it's so cool. Maybe I will leave it on. I don't know, we'll see. It just seems like it's kind of sticking out a lot. But if you take this off, then she's going to have a big hole in her belt with nothing to go there. Unless you stick one of the ponytails in there, maybe. I don't know. So, tremendous... Well, let's do this first. Before we get any further, let's take a look at the OG Scarlett. Well, not the OG. This is the swivel arm version, because I keep all my straight arms bagged up. And look at that. Gosh, I almost wish they had sculpted this just down a little further and you could have just had her with short hair. I mean, you really could if you wanted to. That hole is not going to be super noticeable. But, I mean, look at that. It's the same haircut, basically. Got the same grenade, the red patch, the same general design, throwing stars, the pistol on the inside of the wrist. Let's take a look at that. The wristle, which nobody calls it. Does she have... She doesn't have the slingshot, though. No sign of the slingshot. That is a little disappointing, I'll admit. But, I mean, look, this is a phenomenal update of that original Scarlett design. No, it doesn't look particularly military-ish, but that's not what made me love G.I. Joe. It's strict adherence to military stylings. Plastic feels good. Joints. Yep, joints are moving nicely. Look at the style of the glove there. That bottom knee joint, there's always... If there's going to be a tight joint, it's going to be that bottom knee joint. Ankles are good. Look at the treads. Look at the style of the boots. I mean, that is a modern update of that boot. No heels. Thank you for no heels. This is the Scarlett that I wanted. We've got the battle stand, which I don't use stands for my classified figures. I don't like having to use stands for any figures. Oh, is she going to go in there? But I know people do love having stands. I know some people just stand all their figures, you know, standing straight up, no action whatsoever, and that's fine. That's if you want to stand your figures up missionary style, that is totally fine. Goes right on the stand. I just don't like that they're doing these battle stands in different colors. But again, I'm not going to use them, so it doesn't really matter to me. But if it did, I wouldn't like that. Great sculpt. You've got a ball joint at the waist, ball joint at the upper torso. You don't have that ugly cut here. I very much prefer... I don't need a torso joint at all, but if we're gonna have one, I definitely prefer it be this style. It's less obtrusive. All right, let's stick... we've got two different ponytails here. We've got one that goes off to the side. Or is this the one? No, this one hangs straight down. Oh, we'll have to play around with these a little bit and see which one goes where. Because the whole deal... Oh, this... Okay, so this is the one... This one kind of goes up and over her backpack. I don't know if I'm going to give her the backpack or not. So for right now, I'm going to stick with this ponytail. That doesn't want to go in there. There we go. We'll just leave that like that. That's fine. That's fine for now. I can tell all three of these retro style figures are going to be... I'm going to be messing around with those a lot. We've got the backpack with the pegs on the side. I'm not a fan. I've said that many times. I don't like the... And the pegs sticking out doesn't look good. And then the weapons... Okay, so unlike the soldier, these weapons do fit. Well, I say that. Ooh, gosh, that's stretching that trigger guard out. I am not putting that on there. I wasn't going to put it on there anyway. So maybe I need to give the action soldier these two weapons and put his weapons, which were the trigger guards were way too big for his backpack, on this one. But I don't think I'm giving Scarlett a backpack anyway, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, just closer look. Lots of great detail. Looks good aside from those pegs. You've got the blaster rifle, M16, classic Joe weapon. Got a little bit of paint on the stock there. Got a port for blast effects, and it's flexy, but it is straight. It is solid. Looks good. And then the Joe laser rifle X. Oh gosh, why? I don't know why this. I have a mental block. XMLR, XLMR. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's the Joe laser rifle. Also has a port and looks great. And I don't know if I'm going to give that to her or not, because look, if you're talking about Scarlett, you're talking about crossbows, and this is a killer looking crossbow that also accommodates, if you put it in correctly, the crossbow bolt. Oh, there we go. I was putting it too far back. Wow, it really does. So this friction's right into place. It's snug. I'm holding it by the bolt right now. You can see it's not coming out. So that's really, really nice. And you've got one, or bolt, coral, whatever they are. You've got a standard. Looks like another standard. One that's a little different that looks like it might be, I don't know if you're even going to be able to tell. You can see that one's got a different head. This might be like a grappling one. Hopefully you're able to see that. Well, there's that one, and then here's the standard one. Are they? No, they're the same. No, they're not. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is nuts. So here is this one that I'm thinking of as the standard bolt. Here is this one. And then maybe this one is the same. No, this one's different. Oh my gosh, all three of those are different sculpts. And then, okay, this one is like the grapple one. How cool is that? It's like a little claw. Tremendous. And I guess since we've got this thing out, you don't need that. We were able to see it well enough before. She comes with alternate hands, fists for punching. I love it. That little knife that does have paint on the blade. And that's going to go right in that thigh sheath. Perfect. Which lines up with the original. And then whatever that bit of business is on her. Oh, no, she's got a pocket and a gadget. Looks like a camera. On this one, she's just got the little gadget. But it does look a lot like... Oh, she's got the pocket too. Doesn't know. What is that? Yes, she does. She's got the pocket and the gadget. Wow. Tremendous. She has got this hand blaster. It's got a port in the front, a couple different colors of paint, but no holster. So I am not going to be putting that on her person. Okay. Wow. The figure is tremendous. Okay, let's put that off to the side. Oh, I want to put the... So these are obviously going to have to go in this way. And it's so she can tell which type she's pulling out. Maybe they don't. No, they've got to go in like that, right? Because that little claw isn't going to plug in. I think I just put these in slightly wrong. So those all go in there. I kind of feel like they should go in the other way, but that little claw is not going to go in that way. So this is how they're going. Get that crossbow in her hand, and you know what I'm going to do? Just because I can, just because the figure accommodates it, we're going to pop that trigger finger hand off and give her a fist in the other hand. Because it looks cool and different. Oh man, why did they do that? This has the same pop-off front part as... well, it works differently, but I don't need that. I don't need that to be two different pieces. All right, and that is retro Scarlett, excellent top tier classified figure. I could not be happier with this figure. And really with the loadout, I gotta say the price is right. 2 big blasters, backpack, hand blast, like lots of accessories for this figure for regular retail price. I am in. I'm all in on these. I am seriously considering doing a Mint on Card collection, and I'm delighted. I can't wait for the next set. I can't wait to open up Duke and Recondo next. Tune in the next couple of days for those. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things, and until next time, yo, Joe.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.